What's going on, YouTube? This is Ricky J. I just got home from work and I thought, why not make a video talking about the UFC 6 trailer? And in this video, we're actually going to compare it with the UFC 5 trailer. But before we begin, I want to tell you guys that I've fallen out of love with a sport that I used to love, if that makes any sense at all. The UFC, man, I feel like it's gone downhill with the saturated events. Just the lack of interest when it comes to how they would hype up the fighters. And the UFC games over the years have not been great, man. Let's be honest. UFC 2 was amazing. UFC 3 was a simulation masterpiece, in my opinion. UFC 4 is when it started to go downhill. UFC 5, it was not good at all, in my opinion. And that's why you see on my channel, I shied away from making UFC content because I felt like the game was not up to the standard that I hold. So I'm hoping this game is going to be great. But the icing on the cake was when Dana White slapped his wife, man. What a coward. Every time I see Dana White, I just cringe. That guy is a punk. He didn't even suffer any consequences for his actions, which is so bad. But anyway, I'm going off on tangents. But let's see this trailer, see what it's about, and we'll talk about it and compare it to UFC 5's trailer. Here we go, baby. Actual gameplay. So actual gameplay with some camera cuts here. Nice.
So you want to be a fighter?
Oh, Ken Wayne Shamrock.
Show the world you ought to be feared. Born to make that walk. Different is dangerous.
George.
Rhythm. Combos. Strikes they can't solve. Pressure that suffocates. Signatures that define you. These skills become your story.
Career mode. Oh, a little interview action. Well, what's this? Max Holloway tribute. UFC 300. Bruce Buffer is back.
This is where you write yours.
Oh.
Whether you wind up the hero or footnoting someone else's, it's up to you.
Oh, it's gonna be at the White House card there.
Who you are is how you win.
Taporia. That almost looked like a island. Oh, a different referee. Mark Goddard.
Fight your fight.
Chuck Liddell. Wait, that's Randy Couture. They were like the Hogan and Savage of the heyday of the UFC. Those were the glory days. So that's pretty interesting. It says actual gameplay. I don't know if that's actual gameplay, but I don't know. What did we see here? There's Mark Goddard. I like how there's Ken Shamrock. I like how they have the classic guys in there. But wait, let me just see. Randy Couture was right at the end. Here, those were the best days. Couture versus Liddell. They fought 3 times. Look at this. They don't show his whole face, but that's his schnoz. Randy Couture. That is him. That's so cool that he's in the game. But I don't know if this is actual gameplay. It looks cinematic to me. But it says actual gameplay, some camera angles adjusted for trailer use. So if that's actual gameplay, where are the health bars? You know what I mean? They should just show the gameplay. That's not gameplay. But little do I know, I've never actually played the game. You know what's so funny though? It's not funny, it's actually quite sad. So on this channel, when my channel was popping with UFC stuff, look at that. Look at St. Pierre. I was never given an opportunity by EA to get like a secret kind of, taste of the next upcoming game. It's kind of sad in my opinion. But so I don't know anything about this. I'm definitely not getting paid. So where are the health bars? That looks pretty good. But again, look at Shamrock, no gloves. But yeah, I was never given an opportunity to go like behind the scenes in that. Obviously not now with how my channel is going, but it's kind of sad that I was never given that opportunity, but it's all good, man. So anyway, it's a cool trailer, but we're not really seeing like raw gameplay. Like it's nice, well presented, but you know what's been bugging me for years? George St. Pierre does not look like he just walked into a hockey arena and took his shirt off in the dressing room. George St. Pierre is sculpted out of granite, it looks like. Why does his body look so bad? That's not George St. Pierre's body. That's my body. Like, what the... I think that's so bad that they haven't been able to fix GSP's body, but I digress. Undisputed, the UFC, the MMA game, Undisputed, they had his body perfect. But anyway, it's a nice trailer. I don't know if we saw actual gameplay. If that was actual gameplay, that's pretty good. But I don't know. Kind of unsure. Like I'll be honest, I'm not wowed by it, but we have to wait and see when we play the beta. But just for let's see the UFC 5 trailer here. Game engine footage. So it doesn't say actual gameplay. So they had the Frostbite engine. So that's not actual gameplay, because that's not how they work in the actual UFC 5 game. A lot of CGI stuff here. Herb Dean, hopefully he's not going to just be the only referee. We know that. Wow, that's it. So that was not a good trailer in UFC 5. Oh, here comes John Jones. Because they didn't really show you much when it comes to the actual gameplay. Gameplay reveal soon. So that is not UFC 5. So this did say actual gameplay, which is promising. See, it says actual gameplay. So that is how it's going to look, right? Some camera angles adjusted for trailer use. But geez, the camera angles, don't mess it up. See, if it looks like that, that is great. I heard that the grappling's going to be the same. Fighter uniqueness is a big thing here. I'm hoping that's apparent for all fighters on the roster. But the grappling's got to change, man. The grappling in UFC 3 was the best. When you got clinched up with someone, it actually felt like you were being clinched up. This looks like actual gameplay, which looks good. But again, George St. Pierre, man. He has a better body than that. You got to fix that.
So you want to be a fighter?
Look at this. Ken Wayne Shamrock. Are they going to have Pat Smith? Remember he fought Patrick Smith UFC 1? This was the glory days when he overreacted on the initial clinch or failed takedown against Hoist Gracie got choked out early, and then he pretended he didn't tap. Those are some fun times. But look at this. Right away, he hops into over-under here. I'm hoping that that exists in the game. They did say actual gameplay. I feel like in the UFC 4 and UFC 5 game, the ability to clinch, slow the pace down of the fight has been taken out. UFC 2, UFC 3, you were able to clinch up and slow down your opponent, especially if they were like Bruce Lee on the feet. You know what I mean? It's got to turn to more of an MMA game and less of a stand-up fighting game. I feel like that's what the game has turned to. Somebody's messaging me. It's got to turn to a mixed martial arts game where you could try to get the fight to the mat, keep it on the feet, or clinch up and slow down your opponent. UFC 4, UFC 5, it's just a striker's delight. And apparently they fixed the striking. They've changed it up, which is a good thing. But I'm just hoping that it turns to... Look at this. This is another thing. I'm just hoping it turns to a mixed martial arts game. This is one thing that they have to add. More presentation. Remember Goldberg and Rogan in Undisputed? They had that beautiful presentation where you felt like you were in a pay-per-view. They need to add this. And they also need to slow down the entrances. People want, look at this. People want to be introduced. There's the Max Holloway little thing that they got going on here. Don't speed up the intros. I want to see these guys walk in. So Bruce Buffer does say it's time, but is he going to hop and right into the fight, right into the... Do they even have stare downs in UFC 5? Slow down the entrances. Stop speeding up the game. Because the moment leading up to the fight is what makes it fun. The presentation's important as well. But let me know your thoughts on this. But these trailers do look very similar. But if they hold true what they said in the beginning, that this is actual gameplay, I'm hoping to be in for a treat. Because like I said, over the years I've fallen out of love. What did I say in the beginning of this video? I've fallen out of love when it comes to a sport that I used to love. What was that? And it breaks my heart. So look at this. Sorry, I keep on going back. I'm not editing this. Gotta make dinner. So, is this like a island? They did it fast. What is this? This looks like a UFC Fight Island kind of thing. Could that be true? I don't know. But I'm hoping the game's going to be good. Let me know your thoughts. And again, I'm not getting paid for this. This is my honest opinion. Over the years, I've lost interest, fallen out of love. And I'm hoping to bring that love back to this channel. But I'm hoping the UFC fixes their ways as well. But that's for another video. Look at that. Bad MFers. This way. Are you going to head through that door? Look at that BMF title. Unbelievable. But anyways, guys, this is Ricky J. Hopefully you enjoyed this honest video, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you guys, man. Take care.